Hello, everyone. Growler here. Welcome back. Growler's Farm. Like and subscribe.
Hey, you got all of it this time, Growler.
Of course, Growler always gets all of it.
No, you don't. Whatever. Why do I feel like I say whatever a lot on this channel? Especially when talking to Growler and Lance. So everything's gone pretty well. I harvested both of these fields once and then replanted with them with canola. And as you can see, we are most of the way through our next harvest of all the canola. The problem I'm running into right now, I did have one slight problem that I already fixed. I'll come down here and I'll show you. These fields were actually designed to go the short way, which I don't like doing. And works out as a big problem for that field over there because of the bus stop. So the harvester gets stuck on the bus stop. But going the long way here, the harvester wasn't able to get all the way to the end because of the fence here. So we were having a section of crops here that was not getting harvested. So I just made a strip of this grass to cover the area that it couldn't harvest. And I noticed something very interesting. It no longer, when you place grass, it no longer just places a grass texture with nothing on it. They fixed it now, so when you put grass, it actually puts grass there. It actually lays down grass. And it looks like this has worked out perfectly. This is my first harvest since I did that. So, as you can see in the top right, despite having spent some money, I got a plow, so I could plow this field because it needed plowing. Despite having spent money on that and a fertilizer, seeds, and lime, the other field needed to be limed, so I got that field limed. Or was it this one that needed? Oh, it was this one that needed to be limed. The other one needed to be plowed. But either way, the little fertilizer I got, I didn't realize until afterwards, can also put down lime, but it will get just down this field halfway once before it runs out of lime. I thought it was going to be a humongous pain in the rear, but we've got a lime station right over there, and really wasn't so bad because it sprays such a wide path. You know, it was like I had to go back a dozen times or so to fill it back up, but it's such a short drive, it wasn't a problem. I didn't mind doing it, and it's saving us money. But what I am seeing as a problem right now is, as you can see over there, well, we got all our tractors in use. I need to get this one moved here in a minute. We've got all our tractors in use. This one is hauling our trailer. The other one is cultivating that property. I need a third tractor to lay seeds so that I'm not sitting and waiting forever. As it is, I've let this go quite a ways because I wanted to get a ways into it before I brought you guys back. I actually hadn't even really expected to be able to come back quite so soon for an episode, but I did want to. I want to make sure that you guys see more of everything this time. I don't want to be skipping over so much stuff like I did last time. So even if that means coming back and you guys having to watch a lot of me just busy work, that's what we're gonna do. Let me show you this stuff real quick. Yes, I'm still using this as my little parking area. There's our new plow. That tractor we got is powerful enough to get the second smallest plow. So this is not the very smallest one. It's the one after that. It still took forever to plow that field. Our seeder, our weeder. And I have learned since that I was really dumb to keep using weeders as we got later on. In fact, I wouldn't mind actually getting a herbicide spreader instead of the weeder. I think that would solve our problem that we kept having in the first playthrough. I realized the last playthrough ended abruptly, but I don't know why. I have a lot of health problems. It's possible I just got really sick, but I don't know why it ran for 4 episodes and then quit. But in the first one, I was complaining because it would be like weird. You'd get weird patches early on of weeds, and they would not. The rest of the field wouldn't come on until later on, and then these would be fully weeded. This can only get weeds in the early stages. The herbicide can get them at any time. So I think the herbicide's definitely going to pay off. This is fertilizer in here right now. We shouldn't need to lime for a couple more harvests. So let's go ahead and look at getting another tractor. I think I want to stick with these. I want to get a medium tractor. Since we can afford it, we've got 73 grand. Raching Hipper. These are all basically identical tractors. What is the difference between the front on these? Doesn't look like there's any difference between the front on these. So these look more or less like the exact same tractor. Even these look like the exact same tractor, just with a different brand on them. Yeah, the lights are different on this one, but that's just about it. Let's see what we can do with this. Fender. I don't care about the fender. We'll just leave that alone. Original wheels, wide wheels and weights. Ooh, that could be handy. I sort of like the idea of putting weights on it. Rear twin wide wheels, original wheels. I like the idea of having the wide wheels with weights. I feel like that would make this tractor pretty stable. Hydraulic connection standard. 60K, 100. I don't know what the hydraulic connections mean. I can see this getting bigger up front. Front attachment, foldable front attachment standard. That's what I want on there. Is regular front attachment. Tire brand. Do we care? Trelleborg. Alternative base wheels. Okay. Nokian. Communal. Michelin. Okay, I want the wide ones with weights, because I feel like these weights will help us out a lot. Okay, so this is going to cost us 51. We can still afford it. I'm getting it. Sadly, no engine power up. We can't do something special with the engine. Oh. Let's get this in place. I did turn off crop destruction. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the sun peeking over the mountain. That was abrupt. I did go ahead and turn off crop destruction. It's just such a pain, and I didn't want to deal with it. But other than that, I don't think I've changed anything. You're done. I think the other one's far enough along. I can go ahead and get you to go down the next field. We could actually park all our stuff up here in this empty field. So I may end up moving our stuff. I thought about merging these two fields into one. I thought maybe that would be easier and trim that off so it was a perfectly rectangular field. But we would lose a lot. Here, let me show you here. See, we would lose a lot of this field if I did that. But I thought that also would make a good parking area. But you know what? It's all working out fine. I'm not really having too much trouble. I've run into a little bit of problems, but not a lot. It's definitely, I wouldn't say it's worth losing the income to change that stuff. There we go. Now, there we go. That was our new tractor. Alright, I've already got the seeder filled up, I believe, so... Actually, you know what? I didn't fill it, but it's got enough seed in it, I discovered, to last for a couple of harvests. I like this one. I think the interior looks different on this. I used to like the Hurlemans in like 2015 when I played in 2015. There it is. In the later versions of the game, it seemed like there were better ones in other. Okay. Yeah, I really like this. I'm glad we got the better tires on it and everything. I think this is going to end up being our best tractor for a while. But this way, we're going to be a bit behind because, you know, I waited till you guys came back to buy the new tractor. But That looks good. And yeah, we're still, well, we've got enough to do this field. I'll have to go fill it up after this field before we do the last one, I think. Because I think that we use not quite 2/3 of it on the last planting. So this should handle this field, and then it really sounds like it's struggling though, doesn't it? Reminds me of the old Hurleymans too. You guys are in each other's way. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to wait for a bit to start this guy till that guy gets out of the way. Okay. Let's wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop, Growler. There we go. Yeah, I think the interior is a little bit different. Not a lot. The steering wheel, I think, is different. Because that sort of upper row of gauges on the steering wheel, we can't, or up behind the steering wheel, we can't see here because of the steering wheel, where we could see it on the other one. Nope. That was what I wanted right there. Oh, I noticed on these new ones, when you get in, the door opens and closes. Oh, look at that! Yeah, the steering wheel lowers and that goes forward there. That is really cool. That is a cool detail. Oh, I really like that. Okay, I think we could go ahead and get this guy started back on here. Headed down the other direction. And hopefully they wouldn't interfere with each other after this. I feel like I'm missing part of the field there. Waste a few seeds there. Okay. Whatever. That works. Yeah, now he's at that end as we're going down to the other end, so that should keep us out of trouble. Alright, cool. Let you go. Boy, I may go back and see if I can put wheel weights on that one. So we're back down to only 20 grand, 21 grand, but we've got everything we need now. Like I said, that was a little bit of a pain, but not too much. Let's take a look. I want to see. Here, crop protection. Okay, so this is only 30 grand. We might be able to get this after doing the next field. And in that case, we could actually sell off the weeder. We wouldn't need it. It's going to cost us more money to run this because we'd have to get the insecticide. Or the herbicide, sorry. But I feel like, boy, that engine sounds like it's struggling. It's so much different than the other one. No, that one sounds the same. He doesn't sound like he's struggling as much, though. Okay. So this guy wants to be emptied. I wish there was some way to turn off the HUD on this. I think there may be mods to turn off the HUD. I don't know if they're available in the official mod thingy, or if I'd have to go to an unofficial mod thingy to get them. But it would be nice if I could do that to get my screenshots, if I could turn off the HUD. I guess he sounded like he's struggling over there as he turns around. Whatever. They're doing okay. They have the same engine. The only thing that's different is the wheel weights and the wide wheels on that one. Alright, let me get these fields done. Okay, so the seeder got as far as this and quit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just remove that from our field. I hate to lose the crop, but I don't want to have to jerk around with changing things all the time. Okay. If I do it right there, will that work? I need to change... How do I change the mode as X? Okay. Okay, that doesn't quite do it. Nothing I do is going to do anything but chop off a little bit more than I want. Okay, fine. Another thing I can do, which I should probably do just right now, before going any further, well, before going any further with the other field, and I could probably square that off, but I don't think I'll bother. This property is a little bit wider than the field. I could actually widen this one a little bit. We've got the plow, so there's no reason why I shouldn't go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and get the plow. Park you up here for right now. Before I do that, I'm going to have to do this by hand. I'm not going to worry about this little corner unfertilized. The hell with it, it'll just stay unfertilized. It'll get one thing, because I'll get it with the next pass. That other field does need to be limed, but it's going to have to wait. I guess I'll go park this over by the lime thing, because I'll have to do it myself. I won't be able to hire someone to do it, because the tank has to be refilled constantly. Alright, so grab this, and yes, I have been moving things slowly to here. One thing we are going to need to do soon is do maintenance on these vehicles. I hadn't expected them to need them so quickly. Maybe it's because I've got all older vehicles that need more maintenance. It's possible. Okay, so we're going to have to line up on this a bit. Okay, not sure how to keep this straight, but we need to, I think it's Y. Yeah, Y to allow create field. Then we'll lower it, and then we go. Whoa, 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 don't, why are you going at such a weird angle? Maybe I still let my wheels turn. There we go. Now, it's sort of impossible to tell where the property line actually ends. But I think I could probably get 3 or 4 strips done like this. And this should more than make up for the bit I cut off at the end to make room for the harvester to be able to turn around. So as you can see, that's how far I widened it. Now I'm just trimming up, making sure my edge is even. Actually, I think I'm going to need to move that tractor in a moment. So this little square will just fit in the space I have, so in the space I own. When we get down to this end, I own a bit more. Because this field here, the lot it's on is deeper. Okay, can I... Am I going to need to do something with this to trim it? I don't really want to trim it too much. Okay, change that back to no fields. Yep, got that turned off. So there we go. So that field is now wider. Put the plow up here because we're not going to need it very often. Yeah, I know I don't have access to this land. There we go. That's what I wanted. I just want to drop it. But I hadn't realized I'm also going to need to fertilize this little strip of land that we just... Nope. That's not what I want. This little strip of land that we just did. And don't worry about this down here. That's, you can see the way this corner is here. That's the area I took out of the field, but the map doesn't update. So you can see the same thing here. The map isn't updating to show that that's no longer field down there. So I need to do that. Then I need to lime this strip and lime this strip. The liming is... yeah, let's go ahead and do the liming first. The... liming is exactly the same as fertilizing. I mean, obviously I'm using the same device. It's just that you need a ton more lime. You go through just a whole bunch of lime trying to lime all of this stuff. So we will just come right up the middle of this with our lime spreader. And as you can see, if you watch over on the right, you'll see it's going down real fast. Now I'm wasting a lot here because this area just isn't wide enough for me to need the whole spraying width of this thing. But I'm going to refill this, and then I'll finish this one up, and then I'll do the entire other field. As soon as I get this, actually, once I get this one all done with the lime, I'll get the cedar going on it. And then I'll come back later and finish up that little strip with fertilizer. Alright, it's been a few minutes. Quite a few minutes.
It's taken forever.
Yes, it is. Yes, I think next time it comes time for us to lime, I may just spend the money to get a larger fertilizer spreader for handling the lime. But we are just about done. We got this last load to do. Then we got the last strip of fertilizer to put down over there, and then the fields will be all set. It's all the cedar is almost done. You can see there he is right over there. Lance doing his thing.
We don't talk to Lance. He doesn't talk to us. Everything goes a lot better that way.
Yeah, I sort of agree with that, Growler. It does go a lot better that way. Alright. Just be careful to get this evenly spread as best we can. We get this strip over on the right we're not getting, but I'm going to do my best to fix that. Oh, we missed that strip there. Okay, I don't care. Well, I'm not going to worry about this too much. I'm just going to use up the remainder of the lime we have to try to get this. I think I should have... I got a little strip on the other side I didn't get either. I was trying to get as much as I could, and, you know, just ended up running short. Alright, let's go get fertilizer. When I should have just made sure I overlapped the edge, and it probably would have worked out better. We would have been wasting some lime, but it only costs about 100 euros per load of lime. Admittedly, we're probably using 20 loads on there, so it turns out to be quite a lot of euros. Well, that's all of our fertilizer. I'm still not sure about getting a sprayer. I'm thinking not, because, at least not yet, because the sprayers, now I have not used one in Farming Simulator 19. I don't think I've actually used one since 15, because the problem with the sprayers is you can't hire people to do them, because they just have infinite problems with it trying to do it. And so I'd have to do it manually, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be easier just to let's try to position this just right here. Growler, you go ahead and do that. There we go. It's probably going to be easier just to be able to hire people with the solid fertilizer spreader, and with the weeders. Sorry, I'm getting things. You can use those for fertilizer too. We could use the same sprayer, both fertilizer and herbicide, but it's going to mean dumping out whatever we have left over at the end. So we'd have to sort of try to be careful not to have too much left over at the end. But let's grab this guy. We're all done with him now. These guys are noisy. And notice we are running down the maintenance on them fairly quickly. I'm wondering if that's because these are, and I may have already said this, but I'm wondering if it's because they are older models, that they're just not as efficient in that area. Okay, so let's see. We're going to need the weeder, and we're going to do fertilizer again one more time. Did you really need to do that, Ro? Oh, you're running fertilizer a second time? Really? Can we do that already? Wouldn't think we could. Interesting. No, I want you, so I'm going to tell you to quit doing what you're doing. Alright, I'll just turn you around. I'm just going to leave. Well, I'll probably end up going and refilling this. But yeah, we've got our next crop in the field, all set to do. All I have to do is weed and fertilize, and then wait for the crop to grow. I can actually go ahead and speed this up for right now. I think the next thing I'm really going to want to do, I don't want to get another field to plant until we can afford a bigger harvester. Probably bigger everything, but a bigger harvester, definitely. Because I think if I have a third field, it's just going to take forever to harvest with this thing. So we're going to want to be able to earn enough to improve our harvest speed. Now, before we've gone with like one of these, I think. I think it was these two are the ones we've gone to as our second harvester. These two are probably closer to being on the same lines with one another. So you're looking at 300,000. And we're making 30-something per harvest. So you're looking at 10 harvests before I can do that. And that's one reason why I'm saying I'm not going to be able to do videos on this every day, because it's going to take a lot of harvests to get from where we are now to there. But I'm thinking maybe what I want to do next instead is this. Is go ahead and buy this land here, which is 137,000. So that's not bad. But we're not going to plant a crop in there. We'll plow all that under, and we want to use this to build our farm. Because then we can spend a little bit of money at a time putting up a house, putting up sheds, all that sort of stuff, so that we can, well, have a home and everything instead of whatever shack Growler and Lance are sleeping in now.
Growler just sleeps under the trees up at the top of this hill here. Lance, I think he found a sewer grate somewhere. He's used to sleeping on sewer grates.
That's really, really sad, Growler. Really, really sad. We are at the next level of growth, so I'll go ahead and get this thing started. I try to only do one fertilization per level of growth. I think that's what it's supposed to be. It could be they've changed that, but that's the way it are. That's the way it are. That's the way it is. But that is going to be it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we will be back as soon as I can. Oh, and it's taken me about 2.5 hours to record this half-hour video. So that, again, is an explanation of why I'm not going to be able to do this every day. So that's it. Have a great day, everyone, and we will see you next time. Don't run over the hedge, Growler. Growler, why are you here?
Growler's time slot. Growler's here.
What do you mean your time slot? We don't like to do time slot things. It's like sometimes weekends are yours, sometimes they're Lance's. It's just, it's the way it is. Alright, let's swing.
Where are the arid Badlands? What's that stupid looking thing?
That's a robot.
What am I doing?
You're gonna be like an adventurer. They call them vault hunters.
What's the ball?
Well, those have all sorts of good stuff in it. Alright, is it just me? You've been getting a little sun there, buddy.
Well, of course I've been getting a little sun. And on these islands forever. You keep making me get naked and start over again.
Well, it's good for you. It builds character.